Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Knockout Ninja Leo. That's right, it's one of those kooky variants with a wacky action feature. We have seen plenty of versions of the Turtles in the current line, as well as all of the past lines from Turtles, where they get these crazy variants. So, one of the newer ones that is on store shelves right now that I just found for the first time is Knockout Ninja Leo. So as you can see, he actually comes on the version of the packaging that's from the waves before the current set. It's not the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So this is the older packaging, but it is a bit unique in the fact that it's got a Try Me spot where you can actually press his sword holster to see his Knockout Ninja Punch feature right there in the box. So kind of funny stuff there. When we flip that around to the backside, we get a little bio for Leo with an appropriate punching image from the cartoon series. I love that. We got an image that shows you how to work the action feature, in case you couldn't figure it out on your own. And then down below that, a cross-sell for other figures from the line, none of which are any new ones. These are actually all older figures on the back of the box. So, let's go ahead and get Knockout Ninja Leo outside of his plastic prison and get a closer look at the figure. Alright, so Knockout Ninja Leo outside of the packaging. You can see that he's actually got quite a bit of different things going on here than you see with a standard Leonardo figure. And we're going to get into some of those details, specifically the way the articulation and the action feature works, but first of all, the overall sculpting and the style. So he's wearing an outfit, kind of like a boxing outfit or a training outfit there, where you can see he's got the big red padded gloves on, the fingerless gloves, which are kind of cool. He's even wearing the shorts with like the protective piece around the groin area, which I love, like the padded piece. So it almost looks like he's in one of those kind of training scenarios. It's pretty neat. And there's actually quite a bit of paint deco going on here. A lot of colors. You know, they actually painted the wraps white. We got the knee pads brown. The trunks are blue and black, and then blue on the belt, red on the gloves. So it's pretty nice. I mean, there's nothing on this guy that is really left unpainted, and he's a very unique look and a different sculpt. The head is a bit interesting. I kind of feel like the eyes feel a little weird, or like they're really far apart, or painted small. I don't know, there's definitely something off about that face. But otherwise, I kind of like the overall look, just because it's something a little different. Now, I showed you in the box how the action feature has to do with pressing in the little sword scabbard on his back. So you can see the way that that is sticking off his back a bit, because there's a button there that triggers that punching feature. But it is worth noting that they still function as a way to hold onto his katanas. He does come with his katanas, which you can place in his hands, including the punching hand. So even though this hand is set for punching action, it is still sculpted open, and he can hold on to his swords, so you can make him punch his swords. And again, just like I showed you in the box, the way to make him do the punching feature is by pressing the scabbard on his back. And you can see it's got this really goofy feature where basically his fist just flings forward there. Yeah. So you can do it with the sword or without. You can make it an actual punch, however you want to do it. So that's going to bring us to the articulation, because this is where things do get a little funky, and this does tend to happen when there's an action feature, but there's some even extra weird stuff here. So the head is normal. Standard ball joint, you can move it all the way around. The left arm there is also pretty standard. You see you got that kind of ball-like joint at the shoulder, you got the standard elbow bend and swivel at the elbow, so that's really nice there. You can get a pretty good range of motion on the entire arm, just like you could on a normal Turtles figure. The right arm, since it's got the action feature in it, does not move. This is completely straight because it's built in with that feature on the inside that extends the arm, so there's no arm bend or a ball joint up here at the shoulder. It can only move up and down, and then of course the hand moves in and out by pressing that button on his back. So the legs are where things get a little interesting, and something that I wasn't really expecting. The left leg is about a normal articulated leg for a Ninja Turtles figure. You can swivel at the knee, you can bend at the knee, you got that hip articulation there. But what they did different on the right is they actually gave him toe articulation only on the right foot. And I'm not sure why they opted to only do it on this side. I guess the idea was so that you can kind of bend him in this pose with him kind of standing on his toe for, like, you know, the fist thrusting pose, which looks cool. It just kind of makes me wonder why they didn't go the extra mile and put the toe articulation on the left foot as well. But I think this is the first time we've seen this articulation in the basic Nick Turtles lineup. So definitely interesting and not something I expected. So let's put that action feature to good use. Basically, you got one of your baddies in here. You got Baxter Stockman flying in on the scene. If I can get him balanced here. Come on, Baxter, stand up. All you gotta do, get Leo on the scene, punch! Oh, look at that. That was kind of a weak punch, but you guys get the idea. Here, let me try again. I gotta balance this figure all over again. Here we go. Total power! Fun stuff. So, there you go, my friends. That is our Ninja Knockout Leonardo. The feature works well. It's one of those things that's definitely fun, especially for kids that like doing the push-button type action features. If you're into the wacky action kind of stuff, maybe this figure is for you as well. This guy is hitting store shelves right now. I think he's actually from the last wave, but he just started showing up in my area. I found him at Walmart. So happy hunting, my friends. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more TMNT toy reviews. Until next time, my friends.